So we're going to go through the next move, the back swinging monkey or arm rolling in a fixed stance. Again, there's many different names within the forms. There's 40,000 to 100,000 different qigong forms. Again, all variations of names, very similar, some different. But again, it's just movement, so don't get too caught up in what it is. But especially with this, I'm not going traditional. I've done the traditional meridians and organs there all linked to. This one is the pericardium, liver and the gallbladder. It's linked to traditionally within the 18 form qigong sequence. Some will vary, some will say the same move does different things. Again, it's, you know, I'm a great believer. Again, there will be specific ones like bending at the waist will generally help kidneys, urinary bladder tract sometimes. A lot of the opening out the chest ones help all the organs in the chest. You'll be able to see that, you know, the specificity of them traditional ones. But again, you know, there's nothing set in stone, especially the way I'm going to do this. We're going down the Pilates, yogic and hypnotic path with with the breath, okay? And you know, if you've got an element and you want to focus on it within that, do that, you know, because what you focus on, you move towards. If you take your mind towards that in a beneficial way, then fine. It's your nervous system, make it unique to you. So I'm digressing a bit there, but we're going down the Pilates and yogic path with the hypnotic responses. Again, they're just names. We're just varying the breath to get specific benefits. Okay, so again, let's go into the breathing. I'm going to spend a lot more time on the breathing. We zip up pelvic floor, scoop out your abdominals, take the navels towards the spine. If you want to know where that is, get the thumbs here. B-line, bikini line, belt line of the body, from the hips to here. Okay, that's the end of your pelvic floor, and that will link like cling film onto a corset muscle, our powerhouse, our girdle of strength, 3 layers deep, just all segmentally stabilising the spine. Okay, so as you do that right now, zip up pelvic floor, scoop out your abdominals. Okay, even if you cough or sneeze, come to that B-line again, and you cough or sneeze, and it comes in. You can see their muscles go together. Okay, so you can't do one without the other. So you can take the hands away, safe in that knowledge. As you zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals now, that will help you breathe into these lower lobes of lungs, because there's nowhere else for the breath to go. Okay, apart from into these lower lobes of lungs. So someone's pushing out from inside your ribs and letting go, or someone's just opening an umbrella inside your rib cage and letting go. That lovely, free, expansive breath. That's what we call lateral thoracic breathing in Pilates. Helps us use that pelvic floor and the corset in the most efficient manner, helping us breathe anywhere but the belly button, helping us breathe into these lower lobes of lungs, your intercostals, the ribs, anywhere but the stomach. Okay, so as you do that right now, and you feel that going low and deep, organ deep, cell deep, even bone marrow deep into them lower lobes of lungs, okay, allowing you to use that pelvic floor and that transverse abdominis, the corset muscle, 3 layers deep, just all segmentally stabilising the spine, okay. You can breathe in through the nose as you're doing that and exhale through pursed lips. Okay, so if you're blowing out a candle in a traditional Pilates manner. Now, if you want to slightly change that, we are going to slightly change that. We're going to go down a yogic path. We're going to close the mouth now, so that lengthens the whole will cycle of the breath, especially going in and out through the nose. That will help you go with more cleansing breath, more yogic breath. And again, as that lengthens that whole will cycle, as you can imagine in the saunas and the moves we're going to do, that helps us melt in without even trying or trying not to try. Helps us edge in. It's like a tool. It's like the bridge between the mind and the body. It's our gauge to see how deeply relaxed we can get into these postures without even trying or trying not to try. Lovely. Just looking to untie the knots that abound you as you ride in the wave of that lovely, elongated out breath. Allow that to happen. Lovely. So again, that smaller filter of the nose, helps us lengthen the breath as we're still zipping up pelvic floor, scooping out your abdominals. Okay, we can take that breath a little bit further, so you will naturally feel that. I can tell straight away, you will naturally feel you want to allow the out breath to fall longer than the in breath. So just simply allow that to happen without even trying, or try not to try. And consciously take your mind to that out breath rather than the breath breathe you. You're going to breathe the breath, especially that out breath. Quadruple it, double it, triple it, whatever you like, the out breath, make it longer than the in breath. And that's going to encourage them restful relaxation responses and endless streams of comfort. Okay, that's going to encourage and benefit the parasympathetic nervous system, which helps with sleep, digestion, rest, and relaxation. Okay, all the things you don't think about, cellular communication, okay, organ function, all be benefited. Okay, that health and renewal, all been benefited by elongating the out breath, longer than the in breath, allowing that simplicity to relax your mind as you still got them Pilates principles of zipping up pelvic floor, scooping out your abdominals, and naturally elongating the out breath, longer than the in breath. Lovely. So go slightly more down the hypnotic path as it brings that parasympathetic nervous system response. Just benefiting the body on a cellular level, at every level, okay, by elongating the out breath longer than the in breath. Now again, you can stick with that breathing, okay, as you zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals in and out through the nose and lengthen the out breath within your limits, not forcing anything, okay. Or you can take it on a little bit further and go for ujjayi breath, victorious breath in Sanskrit. Again, if you can't get this, don't worry, just carry on breathing. Okay, you might not be able to get it at the moment, that's fine, but if you want to go slightly more advanced and you can get it, that's great. So all you do with that, you grip your esophagus, make it slightly smaller, and you make this sound. Anyways, to demonstrate so you can hear it, it's a... and you exhale. It's like going, breathing in, gripping the esophagus, and making this sound. From the back of the throat, that soft, silky, whistling ujjayi breath, victorious breath in Sanskrit. Okay, that will help us lengthen the breath even longer. But that whole wheel cycle of breath is further lengthened. Okay, but we're still elongating the out breath longer than the in breath. Quadruple it, double it, triple it, make it slightly longer or a lot longer. See what suits you. Still with that ujjayi breath or without. Breathing in through the nose. And exhaling. Overemphasizing that focusing breath. Again, something we do in everyday life and we're sort of focusing on the fine motor skill or something like that. Thread and needle, bang and hammering. We're overemphasizing that. And as you do that right now, you will feel the focus come to that breath more, because that gives your mind something to focus on within the breath, the movement. Okay? As it weaves a tapestry of relaxation, but we're at the sound of the breath, the feel of the breath, as it weaves that tapestry of relaxation. Every single organ, cell, sinew of the body, as you elongate the out breath longer than the in breath. With the ujjayi breath or without. That soaks in like ink through blotting paper into every single organ, cell, sinew of the body. That ujjayi breath, breathing in. If you can get it, you can't, don't worry. Watch these shoulders, they will want to come up, and exhale. That soft, silky, whistling, raspy sound from the back of the throat, ujjayi breath. Stimulates the thyroid gland, which helps with weight control, etc. Helps us build the heat within the body, helps us fan the fire to burn all the toxins in the body. Ujjayi breath, victorious breath. In Sanskrit, seashore breathing. Lovely. So again, we're going to calibrate and synchronize that to motion in a vinyasa manner. Breath synchronized motion in Sanskrit. Okay. Again, So with that, we're going to come here. It's a nice simple motion. So there's lots of ways I've seen this done. Again, you massage here and you cut out here. This is the hand motion. I'll go back and bring the feet in a minute. So it's a breath in here and you elongate this part. Keep the shoulders down. And when I come up, the rotator cuffs are involved. Teres minor, supraspinatus, infraspinatus, scapularis. All the rotator cuff muscles are slightly involved. You turn one hand here and back, keeping the shoulders down. Allowing that trickle of water just to run down the back and dispersed. Okay, mounting the shoulders over hips, head over shoulders, creating that lovely soft V between the shoulder blades. Remember, 90% of us are overactive in these upper traps. They want to take over. Lengthen up for the crown. Breathe in here, sharper, and you exhale, open out the chest. Again, don't worry too much about the coordination. One hand to turn and just come out here, slicing out. Again, the rhomboid muscles will be pulling the shoulders back, but allow them shoulders just to slide around the rib cage, just like magnets slide around the fridge. This is for everyday life. Sometimes we overhit your shoulders, etc. This will negate that and gives that shoulder girdle economy. Breathing in and exhale, open out the chest. Again, you will be opening out all the organs in the chest, even though specifically it says the gallbladder, liver, and pericardium. This will be opening all the organs in the chest, the heart, lungs, pericardium. That's what I mean. Okay, so again, breathing in. Anything that opens out the chest is good. Exhale on this part. Again, allow them lower traps to pull down the shoulders. Don't let them come up around your ears. Do a check in the middle if you like. If you've got really overactive traps like I have. Exhale. You can bring the feet in, you can do. You can just do a little turn, totally optional. Gather in, it's here. Exhale, turn. Breathing in. Exhale, open out. Breathing in, exhale long. Again, that just saves the knee, but that's totally optional. Again, there's lots of variations, but I'm sticking to the basic variation. Elongate the out breath for as long as you like on that out breath, okay? And just riding the wave of that out breath. Again, I don't spend too much time on the movement, because again, that can be learnt anyway, but open up that chest and all the organs in the chest. Watch for hyperextension of the back, you don't want to overdo it. Navel towards the spine, from that corset, that Pilates man. If you've got any real bad problems with the back, etc., just modify it. Make it unique to you. It's your nervous system. It's your unit of your mind and body. So everyone's different. Make it unique to you. Make it your Pilates, your Tai Chi, your qigong, your yoga. Okay. And again, like I say, with them organs, you can either do it traditionally and really focus on the organs, which is fine. I've done it myself. Or, just be aware that that's affecting every organ. Or if you want to focus on a specific organ, you can do that. Nothing's set in stone. Sometimes we get too rigid. This is always like this. Again, and it gets too judgmental, etc. It's just movement at the end of the day. And, if you feel good at the end of it, great. If you don't, leave it. Bang. So, again, that was number 5. That was a back swinging monkey. So we got round about middle late. Next. Bang.